I'm going to be breaking down the 10 books that transform my money, my marriage, my mindset, my businesses, and ultimately my entire life. Let's dive in. These 10 books that I'm going to tell you and that I'm going to talk about today, I have put into 5 key pillars, 5 areas of life that must grow together if you want lasting transformation. So let's talk about them. So pillar number 1 is going to be money. Pillar number 2 is marriage and family. Pillar number 3 is spirituality and identity. Pillar number 4 is going to be mindset and the behaviors that we have. And lastly, pillar number 5 is leadership and business. So most people only focus on one of these, and that's why their life feels so chaotic. So they try to build wealth, but their marriage is falling apart. You've seen it so many times, and so have I. Then they try to start a business, but they actually have no identity and no grounding. That's not good. Then they want to build new habits, but they're holding on to the same old belief systems. And this is a holistic journey, not a one-lane road. So let's dive in. Let's break them down. Pillar number 1, money. So right now, 65% of Americans basically live paycheck to paycheck, and nearly half of all have $0 invested. And the average household carries over $100,000 of debt. That is not good at all. So no wonder so many people feel stuck. And these books taught me how money really works, and they became the foundation that helped me build millions over time. So book number 1. This book is called The Richest Man in Babylon by George Gleason. And honestly, this was the book that set the foundation for me and taught me that wealth is actually not that complicated. It's more about discipline. So it's going to help you learn how to actually pay yourself first, how to live below your means, and to actually start putting your money to work. So if no one's ever taught you about money growing up, this book gives you a simple, powerful foundation. It's a book that I revisit at least one time every single year, and I started reading this book 10 plus years ago. Book number 2 is called The Millionaire Next Door by Tom Stanley and some of his associates. This book is a book that changed so much for me because it actually is going to show you that real wealth tends to be quiet. So it's going to help you understand that wealthy people aren't trying to impress strangers. And that was the thing that really got me in trouble, was I found myself constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses. But what they do is they stop chasing status and they build long-term freedom. So the average millionaire drives a Toyota or a Honda, not actually a luxury car. That was news for me. I thought everybody that was wealthy drove Bentleys and Porsches. That is not true. So this book teaches you to build freedom, not appearance. So here's a money truth that you just got to know. Wealth isn't actually about being smart. I always thought that it was. It's more about being consistent. So let's dive into the second pillar, which was marriage and family. So here's what you got to know. Your marriage is the soil that your children's going to grow in. And if the soil is unhealthy, nothing planted there is going to thrive. Now, these books helped save my marriage and build a thriving household while becoming multi-millionaire. So let's dive into the first book in this pillar, and that is The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work by John Gottman. This book taught me that strong marriages aren't about compatibility. They are literally about skill. So it is going to help you manage conflict without blowing things up, build connection intentionally, and repair damage quickly before resentment grows. So here's what you need to know. Most marriages die from very small disconnects over time, not just one major catastrophe. So this book is going to give you the tools for connection. Book number 4 is actually a book that my mother-in-law brought to me when she knew that basically my wife was going to leave me. And this book is The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. This book showed me that communication is everything. And the funny thing about that is, like, we all say it and practically it's true, but it is very hard to do. So not only does it show you that communication is everything, it also shows you that you must actually love your spouse in their language, in the language that they receive it, not the language you naturally give. So most of us operate with the mindset, what's in it for me? This book is going to help you actually learn how to build empathy, stop assuming your partner should know, and approach marriage through their worldview. So when your spouse feels understood, their heart actually opens up. And when their heart opens, trust me, everything changes. Let's dive into pillar number 3, which is spirituality and identity. So the thing that I learned the most is you cannot build outer success on inner chaos. Your identity is going to shape all of your habits, and your habits actually shape your destiny. So these books grounded me as I started to build millions, so that money didn't actually become my identity. So book 5 in the series is called Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by John Mark Comer. As you know, we live in one of the noisiest eras in human history. The average American checks their phone, get this, 144 times a day. So this book is going to help you just slow down, just chill out a little bit, just calm down and start prioritizing what matters and make decisions with clarity and peace. So presence is greater than productivity. So book number 6 in the series is A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. This book taught me that even in suffering, you always have a choice. So it's going to help you build emotional resilience, find purpose during hard seasons, and literally stop feeling like life is happening to you, which was one of my big downfalls. Why is this happening to me? How come this is happening to me? So what you learn is you may not control what happens, but you're always in control of how you respond. That is freedom. Pillar number 4, and this pillar is about mindset and habits. So habits are the foundation of legacy. You got to know that. So these books reshaped my whole identity and built the disciplines that helped me become a multi-millionaire. So book number 7, Atomic Habits, one of the best books you'll ever read in your life, by James Clear. This book really breaks down and lets you know that identity leads to action and action leads to results. At the end of the day, the results are going to produce the miracle. This book is going to help you build small daily habits and stop relying on just motivation, and teach you how to create systems that guarantee success. So you don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just got to change today. This book is going to help you do that. Book number 8, it's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. This book taught me that small decisions over time create massive results. Now, the same lesson that this one book taught me is the same lesson that not only helped me in my life, in my business, but also when I started investing later on. So it's going to help you trust the long game, have a long-term focus, and not just a myopic worldview. It is going to help you focus on consistency and build unstoppable momentum. So when you improve by just 1% each day, you will be 37 times better in just a year. Wow. Here's a mindset truth that I want you to write down. You don't rise to your goal. You're actually going to fall to your system. Pillar number 5, let's talk about leadership in business. These books gave me the systems and the frameworks to build businesses that helped me build into the millions. So book number 10 is called Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. So this book was the book that really taught me to stop blaming circumstances and stop blaming people. I had a PhD in blame. There's probably not one person on earth that was better at blaming circumstances and other people than I was. So this teaches you to take full responsibility for the things that have happened to you and the things that are going to happen to you. So it is going to help you own your own decisions. It's going to help you lead by example and take your power back. Because when you learn how to eliminate excuses, you eliminate limitations. And that was something that I didn't know, but has set me free. Book number 10, The E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. This one book transformed how I built all of my businesses, and it is going to help you build systems, learn how to replicate yourself, and stop trading time for money. This is the book that I took the ideas to write my latest book, which many of you have, is The Freedman and the Oak Tree. So most people don't actually own a business. They own a job disguised as a business. This book fixes all of that. So what I wanted to do for you is, because I actually have 20 books that have made the biggest impact, I have posted all 20 below so that you can easily have them. You can click on them. You can read those as well. But I got some honorable mentions for you as well. So jot down these honorable mentions because these are incredible and it's going to really help you. So The 12 Shifts, obviously, author Jamil Frazier. Go pick that book up. It's going to help you change your life. The Freedman and the Oak Tree, another book of mine that's going to teach you how to build systems, how to utilize leverage, and how to create generational wealth. But it's done in such a beautiful story that it's going to be easy for you to find. One of the all-time favorites, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Good to Great by Jim Collins. This book was another book that changed my life. The Road Less Stupid by Keith Cunningham. It's a book that I want you to write down and check that one out. Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell is a book that I actually read for the first time in 2010. I had no idea what that book was about until I read it again in 2013. Check out Outliers. And then last, we got Boundaries by Cloud and Townsend. So all of these are powerful accelerators to get you on a path to the success that you want. Now, here's what I want to encourage you. Don't try to read all of these 10 books tomorrow, okay? Here's a simple roadmap that I want you to follow. Start with Identity and Habits, then go to the books on marriage, then the books on money, then the books on leadership. Why? Because transformation starts from the inside and then it's going to start to radiate outwardly. So I want you to work on you, then work on your marriage, then work on your money, and then work on your business. That's how you build a life, not just a bank account. So some final takeaways that I have for you is reading doesn't actually change you. Applying what you read is what's going to change you. So take notes, it's cool, reflect, talk about what you're learning, build the small habits around those lessons, but then apply all of those things so that you can actually get the miracle. Because your future is shaped by what you consume and who you become. So here's the deal. If you're ready to stop just consuming and you actually want to start building, I want to encourage you to join my team and I in our next One Day to Wealth online event where you're going to learn how money really works, how to build your investing strategy, how to protect your family, and how to create generational wealth. These frameworks are the same ones that took me from over $100,000 in debt to obviously building millions over time in net worth. So the link is in the description. I hope that this episode brought you value. These books have made the greatest impact in my life, and I pray that they make an impact in yours as well. Much love, and we'll see you on the next episode.